pitch to Shellhorn, bouncing ball over the mound. It's going to go to the second baseman, Templeton. He cannot come up with it cleanly, and they'll score 2 runs. Shellhorn gets one through the middle of the infield. He'll be credited with a base hit and 2 RBIs. It is 3-0 MFL Marmac in the lead on a solid piece of hitting by Shellhorn. 0-2 pitch, outside fastball, swinging right through it is Weber. Strikes out the side here in the bottom of the 5th inning, gives him 10 Ks. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, swinging right through it is Castle. That is the 13th strikeout for Kiel. It's out number 2 here, or actually number 1, in the bottom of the 7th. 1 ball, 1 strike, and here's a high fly ball. This is to right field. Giving chase is Kiel, and on the run makes a spectacular play. He drops the ball and rolls into the fence. He dropped the ball. The bases were clear for Marquette. They actually hold the runner at third. Kiel had the ball pop out as he crashes into the fence in right center field. It's a double for Gibson. 2-run score, and the game now 4-2. Marquette has the tying run in scoring position. First offering from Cranbeer. It is a high fly ball to center field. Getting underneath it is, again, Kiel. He'll call for it, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning, and the Bulldogs get out of it. MFL Marmac going into the district semifinal. They hang on to defeat Marquette by a final score of 4-2. The best tournament action is on KCTN FM 100. It's round 2 of the baseball tournament tonight on KCTN. It's a Class 1A regional softball quarterfinal tonight on KCTN. In our featured matchup, Springville is at Edco. The Orioles have shown growth this season. This team advanced with a 3-2 win over East Buchanan. They know the challenge they face tonight. The Vikings come in as the 8th-ranked team in Class 1A. This is a team that reached the state tournament a season ago. They plan on beginning another long tourney run tonight. The winner moves into Friday's regional semifinal. Springville and Edco. Tonight's On Deck show next.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Robertson Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Nutrient Ag Solutions in Edgewood, the Cheapo Depot Liquidation Center in Petersburg, Edgewood Farm and Home, Edgy Megs, Del Clay Farm Equipment, your Kawasaki dealer in Edgewood, Forever Cabinets by Kendrick, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point, Woods Edge Golf Course, 4 Scoops and More in Colesburg, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Bloom's Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood, and J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood. We begin the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by Springville softball coach Bo Zaruba. Coach, your team now 15-18, defeated East Buchanan in the opening round 3-2. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, we struggled to find our offense early. We think we had 2 hits through the first 6 innings is all. Weren't hitting the ball very hard. And, East Buchanan was playing pretty well. They ended up making a pitching change in the 6th. I don't know if their starter was getting tired or if he just wanted to change pitchers because the second girl threw a little bit harder, but that's kind of what we needed, I guess, to get going offensively, and ended up scoring 3 runs in that 6th inning and held them in the 7th to win 3-2.
Yeah, good win for you guys. Let's talk about this team offensively. Who are some of the contributors for the Orioles?
Sure. Addison Merritt is our leadoff batter. She I don't have the stats right in front of me, but she's hitting about a little right at 400 on the season. She's a slapper for us, steals a lot of bases, scores a lot of runs for us, and we got Hensley Barker, is an 8th grader for us, hitting in the 3-hole. She does a real nice job, hits the ball hard, has some home runs for the season. Reese Treidel, another girl who hits the ball well, and Abby Hoyt. We've just done a better job this year of limiting our strikeouts, putting the ball in play, and that's kind of helped us through the season.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. I know a couple of girls have thrown the bulk of the innings for you. Who starts tonight for you?
Yeah, Ella Hogue is going to start. She's a junior. Has done a real nice job, puts in a lot of time in the off-season working on it. She's kind of done she has three pitches that she likes. She's really kind of found her changeup over the last month to where she's been throwing it consistently for a strike, and she can throw it any time in the count. So hopefully she's got control of it tonight because we're going to need it against Edco.
All right, speaking of Edco, what do you know about the Vikings?
A lot. Taylor does a really good job. Brooks does also. Both of them are great coaches. Obviously they made it to state last year, and they haven't had as good of a year as they did last year, but they're still, I think, one of the best teams in the state. Obviously the best team in our conference. They won our side of the division. Rachel is an incredible pitcher, one of the best in the state in our class for sure. Some of the keys for us against Rachel is to, once that ball starts high, to lay off, because she's got a really effective rise ball, and she throws hard, moves the ball, spots the ball well. Like I said, it's a tall task for us for sure.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
All right, thank you.
Yep, Springville softball coach Bo Zaruba on his Oriole team. The On Deck show continues after this.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owners Brian Bugenhagen and Michael Beck, along with their staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, and by Bacon Concrete in Postville. We continue the On Deck show for tonight's game. We're joined by Edco softball coach Taylor Huber. Coach, your team now 31-7. Finished the regular season as the Tri-Rivers West champions. Defeated Maquoketa Valley, swept them into the doubleheader 3-2 and 13-3. Tell me about those two games.
First one was a really great game. We actually only had 3 hits, but we're able to push across 3 runs. That was good to see. They had a good pitcher, so it was good to see that late in the year, to see some good pitching, because that's what we'll see hopefully as we advance here. And then the second game, our bats really just came alive and kind of made a statement there and finished off that conference season really strong. So.
All right, let's talk about this team offensively, a team that is getting a number of contributions. Tell me about some of those kids.
Yeah, I mean, our top 4 are about as tough outs as you find on a 1A softball team, I would say. We lead off with Faith Dugan, and she's got, 6 home runs. She's cooled off a little bit lately since the beginning of the season, but it's a little hard to hit them at our field because it's pretty deep. But she also she's got 30-some stolen bases. She's one of our fastest girls. And then Kate right behind her also is insanely fast and finds ways to get on base. And then the 2 in the 3-4 hole, Rachel and McKenna, have a lot of RBIs, really come up with a lot of clutch hit for power. Those 2 specifically are just really, really tough outs. They don't strike out a lot. They take their walks. So it's been really fun to watch those 4 kind of set the table. And then our bottom of the order has done a good job of finding ways on base, not going down in order. That's kind of big for us, not going down 7, 8, 9. Find a way to get us back to the top of the order so we can make something out of every inning.
All right, let's talk about this team pitching-wise. I know you have a couple of pitchers, but we expect Rachel Ecclescedar to get the start for you throughout the tournament, and starting tonight, that is. So let's talk about Rachel on the mound.
Yeah, she's been really great again. It's kind of crazy that she's only a junior because she just seems like she's been in all kinds of these big games. And she's done a really great job leading us out there. She's added a few different pitches to her repertoire this year, and she's done a really good job of mixing it up and keeping teams on their toes. Our defense has been a little bit different this year because we lost some seniors last year that are in some key positions. So we've really worked on that this year, getting a little bit better defensively as the year's gone on to kind of support her a little bit better, but she's done a great job getting outs when we need them.
All right, turning our attention to Springville. You swept them in a doubleheader this year. What do you know about them?
Yeah, so they actually, we did sweep them. They threw what I would consider their better pitcher in the second game against us in our doubleheader. So we actually only beat them 6-5 with her pitching. Still scored 6 runs on her, so I'm feeling pretty good. They only scored 1 run off of Rachel, and I think had 3 hits is all. So we're going to look to keep their leadoff girl is really good. The Merritt girl, she's only a sophomore. She's really fast, little slapper. So if we can keep her off base, that'll be huge, especially that first inning, just kind of set the tone and get her out would be huge. And then offensively, we just got to put the ball in play, make them make plays on us. Like I said, our bottom of the order needs to find some ways on base to turn that order back over as quickly as possible, get back to our top so we can score some runs.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We'll look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Sounds good.
All right, Edco softball coach Taylor Huber on our Viking program. The On Deck Show continues after this.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Energy consumers everywhere are getting calls and texts from scammers. The callers threaten to shut off their power if payment is not made immediately. Don't fall for it. Never give out financial or personal information to someone who calls claiming to be from your provider. When in doubt, always call your utility and get the facts. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular, security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop Harvest Wisely, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? We're here. Welcome to Colesburg, and we start our Class 1A softball tournament coverage tonight. It is the Edco Vikings taking on the Springville Orioles. The Vikings come in as the 8th-ranked team in Class 1A, a team that reached the state tournament a season ago, and it's a team that has certainly taken yet another step forward despite the tough losses they had graduation-wise here, but a group of kids, a big junior class that's kind of helped lead the way.
Yeah, they lost a couple key pieces from last year, but they've seem to replace them, and maybe a little different type of team this year, but still successful nonetheless.
Yeah, a team that relies probably more on their speed than they did a season ago, though they certainly are a team that was aggressive a year ago, but they've stolen 132 bases out of 134 attempts this season. But no matter what, it starts pitching-wise, and Rachel Eckelsteeder, she'll be the starting pitcher in tonight's ball game. Chloe Everett has done a great job there. She's thrown 84 innings this year. Everett's actually 14-2, but Eckelsteeder led them to the state tournament last year. She has faced the tougher teams in the conference. She's 17-5, had 6 saves as well. 145 innings, only giving up 102 hits, 30 earned runs, walking a total of 29 batters, and striking out 241. Impressive.
Yeah, those numbers are impressive. You get on the Bound app and you see her name as the leader for everything on their team. We talk about her pitching right there, but she's also their leading hitter as well.
Eckelsteeder batting .520 on the season, has a home run there, and again, has a total of 41 RBIs on the season. All right, so let's talk about, as far as some of the other girls, Faith Dugan having an outstanding year with 33 RBIs. McKenna Hofer, 46 RBIs. Chloe Everett with 30 RBIs.
Yeah, so we talk about how important Rachel Eckelsteeder is, and she obviously is, but this isn't a one-girl team by any means. Dugan, Hahn, Hofer, Everett, all those girls really step up and contribute.
All right, let's talk about Springville quickly. Ella Hogues gets the start tonight, and they've thrown actually 3 different kids this year. 4 kids, actually 3, that's right. Hogue is 9-9, has won 101 innings, allowed 119 hits, 77 earned runs, walked 28, and has struck out 80 this season. So her job with an ERA of 5.32 is to be sharp tonight, let the defense make the plays.
Yeah, she's going to have her best stuff tonight, no doubt. Not quite the numbers that her counterpart has for Edco there, Eckelsteeder, but she's got to throw strikes, keep them in the game, and like you said, let her defense help her out.
Addison Marin, along with Hensley Barker, are their 2 top girls offensively, just a sophomore and an 8th grader.
Yeah, so they've got some good bats in their lineup. It's going to come down to pitching for them, I believe.
They've announced the teams. When we return, we'll be back with the lineups for you and have the first pitch. Edco and Springville, our featured game tonight. We'll update you on the Starmont matchup at Wapsie Valley and also MFL Marmac playing at Cascade in Class 2A. This is the On Deck Show from KCTN Sports.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Furniture Showcase in Oilwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments, Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. So we go to the top of the first inning. We'll start a few minutes early. That's not a problem at all. Let's run through the lineup for Springville. Addison Merritt, the center fielder, bats leadoff. Tayton Troyel is the left fielder, batting second. Hensley Barker, the third baseman, bats third. Reese Treidel, the second baseman, bats fourth. J.C. Martin is the first baseman, batting fifth. Abby Hoyt, the shortstop, batting 6th. Callie Green is the catcher, batting 7th. Addison Peterson, the right fielder, bats 8th. Ellie Hogue is the pitcher, batting in the number 9 position. Addison Merritt, the center fielder, to bat leadoff. Edco defensively. Ava Hofer in left field. Katie Hahn in center. Kara Knipper in right field. Around the horn defensively, Chloe Everett is at third. Faith Dugan at short. Addie Smeltzer at second. Lauren Kirby at first base. McKenna Hofer is the catcher. And Rachel Eckelsteeder, the right-hander, on the mound for Edco as we start this ball game here tonight. And on this first pitch to the slap-hitting Merritt, they will play in at second base. She looks to bunt, takes it outside as she runs up in the box. The old way to play softball here. Have a slap hitter. Merritt's been great. 46 of 100 on the season from the leadoff spot.
Yeah, we haven't seen this in a long time. I kind of like it.
And that's what she get the ball on the ground and run. Takes the pitch outside, away. It's a called strike, and it goes to a ball and a strike. Vikings wearing black pants tonight. They have the gray shirts that have the pinstripes, the yellow Edco across the front. And here is now the 1-1 pitch to Merritt. 1-1 pitch, bouncing ball, shortstop, Dugan fields it. The quick throw to first base, makes the play. Merritt bounces out to short, 1 up and 1 down here in the first.
Yeah, good play by Dugan. That should help their confidence in the defense as well. They don't get to make a lot of plays with Eckelsteeder in the circle there.
All right, so Edco, again, 31-7 coming in. Springville, 15-18. Tatum Trail, the left fielder, is up to bat. Trail, the left-handed bat, is up to bat as well. Takes the pitch, misses away. The count is 1-0. Good crowd on hand. We'll let you know who the umpires are, hopefully here in a little bit. But up to bat now is Trail. Trail in the season has had a pretty good year for them. As far as offensively, 38 of 100. There's a pitch there. Strike, and the count is a ball and a strike.
Yep, swung and missed at that one.
And that was on the outside corner, so Eckelsteeder, again, averaging well over a strikeout per inning. And the 1-1 pitch, swinging through the outside pitch is Trail. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Getting back to the 2 games, Edco won game number 1, 11-1. And Eckelsteeder struck out, I believe, 10 in 5 innings of work there. Game number 2, Edco won 6-5. Eckelsteeder came in the final 4 innings relief-wise. Here, the 1-2 pitch, swinging through the outside pitch is Trail. Strikeout number 1 for Eckelsteeder. It's out number 2 here in the top of the first.
Yep, and that's more what Edco's used to seeing, getting some strikeouts there by Eckelsteeder.
And quickly lining up there at the plate is going to be Hensley Barker, the third baseman. Again, Barker, just an 8th grader, 30 of 99, 4 home runs, 28 RBIs. Takes the pitch inside. The count is 1-0.
Yeah, you don't see many 8th graders with multiple home runs.
And again, we say a lot of 8th graders. She looks to me like a junior senior up at the plate right now. That kind of confidence.
Yep.
Taking the inside pitch. It's a called strike, and it goes to a ball and a strike. Good crowd on hand tonight. Bleacher behind home plate, just about full, but this is a great place to watch a game. Out here in the outfield, we've got people. And on the hillside as well, at the third base line. And swinging through the inside pitch is Barker. And the count is now 1-2.
Yeah, she's got good bat speed there. She handles that bat really well. Just missed that pitch.
A ball and 2 strikes. Eckelsteeder delivers the 1-2 pitch. It's outside, just away. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Springville's goal tonight is to put the ball into play and not have the 2 strikeouts per inning.
Yeah, if there's one thing that maybe you can get by with Edco, it's making them make some plays in the field.
The 2-2 pitch inside, Barker caught looking. So there's the second strikeout of the inning, and that does it for Springville here in the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, leaving nobody. We've played 1 half inning. Springville nothing, Edco coming to bat.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
So we go to the bottom of the first inning. Here's the lineup for Edco. Faith Dugan, the shortstop, bats leadoff. Caitlin Hahn, the center fielder, bats second. We'll call her Katie, by the way. Rachel Eckelceder, the pitcher, bats third. McKenna Hofer is the catcher, batting fourth. Chloe Everett, the third baseman, bats fifth. Addie Smeltzer, the second baseman, batting sixth. Lauren Kirby, the first baseman, bats seventh. Kara Knipper is the right fielder, batting eighth. Ava Hofer is the left fielder, batting number 9. First pitch there to Dugan, takes it inside, bounces away. The count is 1-0. Dugan this season, from the leadoff spot, 61 of 36, 6 home runs, 33 RBIs, and 32 of 32 stealing-wise.
Yeah, she can run.
And here's a good cut on an inside pitch, missed it there. And the count goes to a ball and a strike.
And also 6 home runs, so she's speed and power combination here.
And again, she has been a great table setter, along with Hahn at the top of the lineup, and you've got state track speed in both of those kids. So the pitch inside, it was 1-1. That one worked away, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike. Again on the mound, we'll go through as far as Springville defensively. In left field is Tayton Trail, Addison Merritt in center field, and in right field it is going to be Addison Peterson, who's got a chance to get a foul ball hit down the line, halfway down the right field line, but it harmlessly falls against the fence, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. At third base is Hensley Barker, the shortstop Abby Hoyt, second baseman Reese Treidel, first baseman is once again J.C. Martin, the catcher is Kaylee Green, and on the mound is again the pitcher for them in Ellie Hogue. So Hogue, 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. The junior pitcher for Springville. Inside pitch, bouncing ball underneath the glove of the third baseman who was in, underneath the glove of Barker for a base hit. Dugan does not break stride into second base. A leadoff double to start things here in the bottom of the first.
A great start for Edco. Great piece of hitting by Dugan. Roped it down the line. That's an easy double with her speed.
You know, we always talk about this in football. Speed never goes into a slump.
No, speed, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. It makes you hurry, it makes you try and go faster, and then you're not always as sharp.
So Caitlin Hahn is up to bat, looks to bunt, lays down a beauty. Hogue gets outside of the circle, fields it, the throw to first. It is dropped by the first baseman in Martin. Going over to third base is Dugan. It'll be an air charge down the play. There's runners on the corners now, and you know as well as I do on the first pitch, Hahn's going to be off and moving.
Yeah, she again, we just talked about how speed puts pressure on the defense, and you know they could have gotten her out, but again, they're hurrying because they know that Caitlin Hahn can run.
So runners on third and first. Rachel Eckelceder up to bat. Eckelceder, 65 of 125. That's about 520 average, by the way. First pitch takes it inside. Off and running, of course, is going to be Hahn. They'll just throw it back to the mound and concede second base. So there's 2 on and nobody out in the bottom of the first inning for Edco.
And now, do you walk Rachel Eckelceder with first base open? Probably not this early, but it's an option.
Yeah, it's something worth thinking about. She hits a slicing ball down the right field line, and it goes to a ball and a strike. We've seen this actually happen in high school sports more and more.
Yeah, and as good a hitter as she is, I think it's something to consider.
So the 1-2 pitch takes it upstairs. It goes to 2 balls and a strike. So you have, again, a pair of Addisons in the outfield for Springville with Merritt in center field. Peterson there is in right field. 2 balls and 1 ball, 2 strikes, rather. The count to Eckelceder. 1-2 pitch. It's a changeup that's lined into center field, and it's a base hit in front of Merritt, who throws it to the plate, but scoring standing up. Actually, they had to wait. Dugan hesitated because the ball looked like it may have been caught that line drive. So Hahn actually gets only to third base as Dugan races across the plate. It's a base hit, an RBI, and the Vikings strike first.
Yeah, both runners had to hold because center fielder Merritt charged in hard, had a chance at it, but pulled up, and so only 1 run gets in there.
So more than 40 RBIs on the season for Eckelceder. She adds on. They will have a courtesy runner coming in, and we'll let you know who that is. I believe, is it Vasky for Edco?
I think so, and I think we'll see her run as well.
She's an 8th grader, but has 36 stolen bases this year.
They're going to have a heck of a 4x1 with those top 3 base runners
By the way,
they have.
Yeah, 36 of 38. She's the only girl for Edco that's actually been thrown out this year.
Those top 3 runners. Now, Eckelceder hits, but she runs for. Those top 3 runners can really run.
McGanna Hofer takes it all the way. They snap the throw down to third base, as off and running was Vasky, and she moves over 60 feet into scoring position. So, yes, I believe that is Vasky as the runner there, at number 7.
Yep.
Yep. And so you've got Hahn at third. Eckelceder is at second. McKenna Hofer took the first pitch, takes the inside pitch, bouncing ball. Shortstop fields it near the hole. That's fielded there again on the shortstop ranging left to Hoyt. Throw to first. It is in time, but they pick up a run. Eckelceder, or Hofer rather, put the ball on the ground, able to be retired at first base. But Hahn, off on contact, races in from third. It is now 2-0. The Vikings in the lead.
Yeah, anything on the ground was going to score Hahn there, and then Vasky easily gets the third as well.
That's out number one, so it's again Chloe Everett up to bat, takes the first pitch outside. The count is 1-0. Hofer, by the way, 54 of 115 with 12 doubles on this season and just picked up her 47th RBI. So we've got, once again, Chloe Everett takes the first pitch outside. This one outside as well. The count is 2-0. Everett, 27 of 105, but 30 RBIs on the season. So getting behind on the count is the pitcher, and Hogue, and the pitch swinging through it. Good cut, but missing the pitch there is Everett. The count goes to 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, real strong cut there, just a little bit ahead of it.
So still a runner at third. Again, there is one out in this inning. And good speed with Vasky. They look to bunt, but missing, actually getting the bunt attempt down, but just rolling off the right side of the plate there is going to be Everett, who looked more like she was trying to bunt for a hit as they were going to send Vasky in from third.
Yeah, I think maybe kind of a safety squeeze there. Vasky wasn't, running on the pitch, but she was, as soon as she saw that the bat made contact, she was off.
So it's 2 balls and a strike on that foul bunt attempt. And the 2-1 offering is upstairs. The count now goes to 3-1. So bottom of the first inning, the Vikings have been off since before the 4th as they close the regular season there. So they haven't played for almost, actually turns out about a week. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes, but a good start. 3-2 pitch, followed up against the backstop. We'll do it again with a full count.
And that run at third is important. If you're Edco and you get 3 runs with Rachel Eckelceder in the circle there, you feel pretty confident.
Again, they were dominant in the ball game. She pitched in the first doubleheader there. Again, I believe the score was 11-1 in that game. So Hoyt, again, the catcher, and here's a changeup swinging through it is Everett. Well placed by the pitcher, Hogue, and Everett swings right through it. It's the first strikeout. It's out number 2.
Yeah, great changeup there by Hogue. Just really slowed that pitch down, and Everett way out in front of it.
So Ella Hogue records her first strikeout, and that brings up Addie Smelter, the second baseman. First pitch to Smelter, follows it up against the backstop. The count is 0-1. Smelter, again, just a freshman, 26 of 98 on the season, but has 22 RBIs.
Yeah, they get production up and down this lineup.
And they work here with an 0-1 count. You still have a runner at third base there in Vasky. And the offering from Hogue, the 0-1 pitch, taking it at the knees, and the ball dipped away. Smelter took it, and it's a ball and a strike right now. So 1-1 the count. Bottom of inning number 1. Vikings here coming out as they were exactly hoping to do, get out to an early lead. And here is now the pitch, and it's inside, and staying away from that one is Smelter. Lean back a bit in the box, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 our count. Our officials for tonight's ball game, by the way, Dewey Hupke and Chris Hens doing this game tonight. And here is now the pitch, change up inside, looking it away, is going to be Smelter, and the count goes to 3-1. Shade starting to make its way down. The right fielder is actually in the shaded part of the park right now. That'll continue to creep forward towards the infield as we move on here. And here's a bouncing ball. Glove, it's a Hogue. She goes to the plate with 2 outs. The throw is off the line to Green, and scoring from third base will be Eckelceder. Instead of going to first for the force out to end the inning, and now time taken by Coach Zaruba, and this is going to be part of the conversation. Often running was Vasky on contact, and it ends up being a mental mistake for, once again, the Orioles.
Yeah, just a big mental mistake by the pitcher there in Hogue. 2 outs. She must have forgot there were 2 outs because they could have got out of that inning with the force at first there.
So Smelter is not credited with a base hit on that. That is a fielder's choice is how that's scored. And it is Vasky scoring from third base. So 3 runs in the inning for Edco and a good timeout taken by Coach Zaruba.
Yeah, just settle his pitcher down there. That hurts, but they still need to get this third out here. So calm everyone down, remind everyone of situations, and try and get this third out.
Lauren Kirby is 28 of 105 on the season. She's up to bat, but again, 24 RBIs. So Edco getting some solid production from their bottom of the lineup all season long. Pitch outside, good jump off of Smelter, off of first base, but is not running. Smelter, by the way, 7 of 7 stolen base-wise this year. Our home plate umpire will take a moment here and clean off home plate after that last play at the plate. And Vasky got a great jump at third base. Maybe that helped kind of rush the throw as well.
Yeah, again, we talk about that speed.
And here's a pass ball, actually a wild pitch. So Smeltzer, you don't have to worry about her stealing second base. She has moved into scoring position with 2 outs as Kirby now looking at a 2-0 count. Springville does have, again, a couple of kids that have thrown for them, but Hogue, the more experienced pitcher.
Yeah, 2 main pitchers, I believe they
2-0
use.
pitch. This ball slicing down the right field line. That ball is going to fall fair in front of the right fielder, Peterson. Scoring from second will be Smeltzer. Lauren Kirby with a 2-out RBI. It is 4-0 Edco in the lead.
Yeah, great piece of hitting by Kirby. Just sliced it down the line, and that mental mistake has now cost Springville 2 runs in this inning.
Yeah, a good jump by Peterson in right field, but that ball just found its way inside the line by about 1.5 feet. So Kara Knipper, the right fielder, is up to bat. Knipper has 24 hits on the season, 103 at-bats, takes the pitch inside. The count is 1-0. So Edco, Dugan starting the inning with a double. Hahn safe on an air. Enkelsteeder, a base hit and an RBI. Vasky replaced her as the courtesy runner. But with 2 outs, Smeltzer safe on a fielder's choice, and Kirby with a base hit and an RBI. Here's a ball that is fouled over the backstop. It's a ball and a strike. But 4 runs put up here in the first inning.
Yeah, and if you're Edco, you're feeling really confident right now. It's not too many games that Rachel Engelsteeder is going to give up 5 runs.
Yeah, so this is the type of start that you were hoping for. Coach Huber, as she felt her team was ready for the postseason. 2-0 pitch, popped up in the infield. Second baseman goes towards the edge of the infield, nearing the bag, and Tridal camps underneath it, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. But for the Vikings, 4 runs. They do it on 3 hits. They leave 1. We've played 1 inning. 4-0. Edco, the early lead.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Nutrient Ag Solutions in Edgewood, the Cheapo Depot Liquidation Center in Petersburg, Edgewood Farm and Home, Edgy Megs, Del Clay Farm Equipment, your Kawasaki dealer in Edgewood, Forever Cabinets by Kendrick, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point, Woods Edge Golf Course, 4 Scoops and More in Colesburg, Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, Bloom's Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood, and J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood. Top of the second inning, 4-0 Edco in the lead. It will be Reese Tridal, J.C. Martin, Abby Hoyt, 3, 4, and 5 in the Springville lineup. Good cut, but missing on the inside pitch is Tridal. The count is 0-1. Tridal this season, 25 hits, 83 at-bats, has some home run pop, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. 0-1 offering here, and fouls that one up against the backstop. The count is 0-2. So Edco, 4 runs to strike first in this ball game. And now you've got a pitcher that certainly can control a lineup as Enkelsteeder gets ahead on the second pitch for a strike. So the count is 0-2. The 0-2 offering, swinging through the rise ball, is Tridal. Couldn't get to it, couldn't climb the ladder. Strikeout number 3. It's out number 1 here in the second.
Yes, 3 pitches, 1 strikeout there. She's going to try and match Parker Keel's immaculate inning from last night.
9 pitches, which would lead to 3 strikeouts. J.C. Martin, left-handed hitting first baseman, is up to bat. Takes the pitch outside. That's a called strike. The count is 0-1. Martin this season, 25 of 88, has 19 RBIs, so she's been a solid hitter in the middle of the lineup. Left-handed bat. And 0-1 is the count. 0-1 offering, fouls out over the backstop. It was a rise ball to the outside, and the count is now 0-2. Enkelsteeder throws with good velocity and almost on the point of great velocity, and just everything moves.
Yeah, she's one of the harder throwers we've seen, and she moves, the ball moves for her, and she's got good location, good control. She's just really a good pitcher.
And you still have another year left of her. She's just a junior. 0-2 pitch, tried to work outside. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Tried to get her to chase there.
And she can help you out defensively because she's taking care of the outs.
Yep.
Of the 4 outs that have been recorded, 3 of them have been via the strikeout. So Martin, the 1-2 pitch, pops it up. This will go out of play. It looks like it'll head towards the concession stand area, bounce just short of that, and the count is now stays at a ball and 2 strikes.
And she fields her position well as well. So,
and that's the other thing. A lot of times, if she's getting 10 or 11 strikeouts, there'll be 3 or 4 balls hit right back to her in the mound.
Yep.
So the count is still a ball and 2 strikes to Martin. Enkelsteeder, that ball followed up against the top of the backstop, and we'll do it again with the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Edco really had to replace the middle of their lineup from a season ago, and you have a little bit of a different team than a season ago.
Yeah, not quite the same team, but those girls have stepped up and replaced them nicely.
Maybe you'd say a little faster this year. 1-2 pitch, high pop-up in a major league pop-up. Second baseman going back, drifting into the outfield is going to be Smeltzer. Gets underneath it there, a step back on the grass. Martin pops out high to second for out number 2.
Yeah, good job by Schmeltzer reading that off the bat early, and she was camped under that easily.
Abby Hoyt, the shortstop, is up to bat. Hoyt, 23 of 70 on the season, 14 RBIs, does have a home run on this season as well. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the second inning. Springville looking for their first base runner of the game. And Eckelceder delivers the pitch inside. Hofer tried to pull it, but it's a little too far inside. The count is 1-0. And you have Hofer has stepped into that role as a catcher as well for them, has had an outstanding season, and swinging through the inside pitch is Hoyt, and it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, that was a big hole they needed to fill. I believe it's Audrey Helmrichs.
Yes.
She had a great season last year. She was a great catcher, great arm back there. So that was a big hole to fill, and Hofer doing a great job filling it.
1-1 pitch, swinging through the inside pitch is Hoyt, and it goes now to a ball and 2 strikes. She has only allowed 25 steals this year, so for the most part, keeping the running game in check. 1-2 pitch, fouled up against the backstop. We'll do it again to Hoyt with a count at a ball and 2 strikes. But obviously, it helps. Eckelceder delivers quick to the plate, has a chance as a catcher, gives you the opportunity to make a play.
Yep, absolutely. It makes everything easier when you have a pitcher like her.
So a ball and 2 strikes to Hoyt, the number 6 hitter. Eckelceder's delivery, changeup, popped up, giving chase is Hofer. She goes to the backstop, and that's just going to clear, end up past the bleachers behind home plate. We'll do it again with a count at a ball and 2 strikes.
That was a nice changeup. And good job by Hoyt fighting that thing off as well.
The other thing is, not to continue to rave on, but Eckelceder always gets ahead.
Yeah, very, very rarely does she pitch from behind.
And the count is a ball and 2 strikes. Now that may change when you're facing some better competition as we go on, as Hoyt hangs tough, another foul ball up into the backstop, and we'll stay at a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Hoyt doing a nice job here, staying alive. She fouled off 3 straight pitches here.
And trying to hang tough to put the ball into play with the count at a ball and 2 strikes. So Eckelceder rocks the 1-2 pitch. It's a changeup, late swing, bouncing ball. Shortstop Dugan charges it, fields it near the bag, throw across the diamond to Kirby. Hoyt bounces out to short, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits. Springville leaves nobody. We've played an inning and a half. 4-zip. Edco in the lead.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Bottom of the second inning, Ava Hofer. Then the top of the lineup, Faith Dugan, Caitlin Hahn to lead things off. In the bottom of the second inning, Edco put across 4 runs in the first inning. They did it on 3 hits. Helped out by an error in that inning, and they left 1 runner on. So Hofer, the number 9 hitter, to lead things off. And Hofer on the season is 31 of 86, a freshman with 14 RBIs. Really kind of been that second leadoff hitter for them.
Yeah, that's always a good spot to be in that 9 hole, just trying to start something again.
So here we go quickly into the bottom of the second inning. Ella Hogue is on the mound and ready to deliver our first pitch. And it's a pitch that caught the top part of the strike zone just a little high as it missed. And the count is 1-0. I think that's a pitch that Hogue hoping to get in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, it was close there.
That would help extend the strike zone perhaps. 1-0 pitch away outside. Count goes to 2-0. So it's been 6 up, 6 down for Springville in this ball game. And 3 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. So a better job putting the ball into play in the top of the second inning. 2-0 pitch, late swing, and fouled over the backstop. Getting a piece of the top of the backstop was Hofer. And count should be 2-1, right?
That's what I have it as, 2-1, yep.
Unless the scoreboard thought that pitch that we thought was a strike was also a strike. So 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 offering, ball foul right to the first baseman, lined actually to the first baseman, and it just stays in fair territory. Martin, left-handed glove, able to almost step on the bag, but make the play on the soft line out for out number 1.
Yeah, nice play there. Like you said, you got to avoid the bag. It's easy to trip and stumble on that, but she did a nice job.
Faith Dugan is up to bat. Dugan started this game with a double and scored a run to start things out for Edco in the first inning. Late swing, bouncing ball. Second baseman fields it behind first base there. Triedel, but unable to come up with it cleanly. That will allow Dugan to beat things out at first base. Once that ball was bobbled, it gave Dugan every sort of opportunity. Could have been a play with the left-handed glove of Martin. Maybe a little easier for her.
I thought, too, maybe the first baseman was going to get that. That was a long way to go for the second baseman.
So it's charged in air. Katie Hahn is up to bat, safe on an air, and scored a run. Second error of the ball game for Springville. So Edco has a 1-out base runner here. And Hahn bluffs the bunt. There's send Dugan off and running. Throw to second. It is not in time. Ball scoots by. The shortstop Hoyt covering the bag, but it's backed up by Merritt. And Dugan, again, always a threat to go with a stolen base. And for Dugan, picks up 33rd as far as stolen base-wise this year. 33 for 33.
Yeah, we were not surprised to see her run in there.
Hahn, again, up to bat. Speaking of another speedster for them, as Dugan with 32 steals. Hahn has 37. Here's a bouncing ball knocked down by the third baseman Barker. It was hit hard. Everybody has to stay put, though. Dugan will stay at second, but Hahn, you give her credit for that on the base hit. Hit hard to the third baseman Barker playing in, and she did everything she could to knock it down.
Yeah, that was a good play by Barker. She just extended as far as she absolutely could, just got the tip of her glove on it, at least kept it in the infield, kept Dugan at second.
And that was huge because otherwise Dugan scores. Yeah. That ball goes to the outfield. She's in about a step and a half, 2 steps at third base. So Rachel Eckelceder up to bat. First pitch fouls it out of play. The count is 0-1. Eckelceder singled in a run in the first inning, and getting ahead on the count is Hogue. Hoping to have a clean inning here, but 2 on and 1 out for the Vikings here in the second. 0-1 pitch. Eckelceder takes it low, and the count is a ball and a strike.
And this is what you want if you're Edco. Eckelceder at the plate, both innings here with runners in scoring position.
Yep, absolutely. She has thrived all season long, having a tremendous season hitting and pitching. Change up inside, it goes to 2 balls and a strike. And a case there that it'll be interesting to see how teams work her. I mean, Springville has seen her obviously a couple of times, and you just got to be careful. And here's a ball that is a high fly ball to center field. On the run is Merritt. Merritt reaches up for it. It's over her head. It'll roll to the fence. They'll score 2. As Dugan scores, they'll wave Hahn around from third. They actually put the brakes on Hahn late. She'll go back to third base. Eckelceder goes into second base with a double. And again, the runners had to hold up because Merritt, great effort to try to get that ball in deep center field.
Yeah, they weren't sure that was over Merritt's head, so the runners had to hold and tag. Merritt, great effort there, just not quite able to stretch out and get that.
As that ball was again hit hard, Merritt in center field. I wouldn't say playing deep, but not necessarily shallow either.
Yeah, just kind of normal depth and hit just over the tip of her glove.
So McKenna Hofer is up to bat with 2 in scoring position. It's 5-0. Rise ball outside. The count is 1-0. Hahn at third. They put the brakes on late at third. And again, Eckelceder goes into second base. And a good job by Springville after Merritt was able to get that ball. They quickly got it back into the infield. Hofer takes the pitch downstairs. The count is 2-0. But the Vikings putting up 4 in the first, 1 here in the bottom of the second.
Yep, and still second, third with 1 out.
And in control early, what they were hoping to do. 2-0 pitch to Hofer, takes it inside. Count now goes to 3-0. You wonder at some point if Springville will just look at a change. And again, Hogue's throwing well, doing her job. But just for a different look. 3-0 pitch, swinging is Hofer, but pops it up. The third baseman coming in is Barker, calls for it near the circle in a big out number 2. Hofer, and you get this, she's having a great season, but got the green light 3-0.
Yeah, one of your better hitters, give her the green light if it's something she likes, and she must have. Just didn't work out for her there.
So Chloe Everett is now up to bat with 1 out. Everett, a strikeout victim back in the first. Still runners on second and third. Vasky, by the way, is the courtesy runner again at second base. And the first offering to Everett takes the pitch. It's a strike on the outside corner. The count is 0-1. Top of the lineup for Edco has been up 6 times. They have reached base 6 times, and they have scored 4 of the 5 runs so far. Pitch away from Everett, and it goes to a ball and a strike, rather.
Yeah, those top 3 are really doing the job for Edco.
1-1. as Hogue works trying to get out of this inning without any further damage. And the 1-1 pitch popped up, second baseman calling for it, and Treidel able to just stay in her position, camps underneath it, makes the play for the third out of the inning. That does it for Edco. They score a run. They do it on 2 hits. They leave 2 in scoring position. We've played 2. In our score, it is 5-0 Edco.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People's State Bank. People's State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right. 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People's State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People's State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, and by Bacon Concrete in Postville. So now to the top of the third inning, 5-0 Edco in the lead. Edco has 5 runs in this ball game. They've done it on a total of 5 hits. They have left 3 runners on the base paths. Springville, no runs, no hits, no error, actually 2 errors through the first 2 innings. First pitch up to bat is Kaylee Green. The catcher takes it inside. It's a called strike. The count is 0-1. Green this season, 12 of 67, but double digits RBI-wise for Springville with 11. The 0-1 pitch popped up over the backstop area near the concession stand, and it goes to 0-2 the count. We do a game in Colesburg, so we've got to mention it here. This field laid out differently than it was years ago. So basically home plate is where it would have been the right field line where it was previously lined up here. But they've moved things around since the days of the 8th inning bar that was down at the end of the street. And the 0-1 pitch, it's a strike. The count is 0-2. But left field, you can actually sit on the deck there and watch a ball game.
Yeah, we've got some people out on the deck there watching.
Yeah, you've got houses there now and neighbors taking advantage of just like the rooftops. 1-2 pitch fouled back. It remains at a ball and 2 strikes.
You think Mr. Hanna went out and got admission from those people?
Yeah, I don't see how you could. But I guess the only problem would be if they have friends over.
Yeah.
But there seems to be a whole lot of kids there, so they may have friends over there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the younger kids having the party. It's a ball and 2 strikes nonetheless. And the 1-2 offering, taking it outside, looking it away is Green. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Is that the first batter she's went to 2 balls on, by the way?
No.
Okay.
Third batter of the game, Hensley Barker, 2-2 count.
So here is now the 2-2 offering to Green. Takes it inside, count goes to full. This is the first time she has worked to a full count on anybody.
Yep, first time we've seen 3 balls.
This is 7, 8, and 9 in the Springville lineup here in the third inning. And the full count pitch to Green. The 3-2 offering is a high fly ball down the left field line. Giving chase is going to be Hofer. That ball's going to roll by her. It's extra bases for Green. Green goes into second base with a double. Springville needing a spark, and Green doubles into the corner in left field.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there by Green. Started off 0-2, worked it back to full, and just nice hard line shot down the line there.
So that brings up Addison Peterson, the right fielder. So the first base runner for Springville comes on that double. Peterson this season is 11 of 50. Peterson is a senior on this team, and for Springville, she is the only senior on their roster, and Edco doesn't have any. She lays down a bunt. It's fielded there by the third baseman. Charging in is Everett. Fields it. Covering the bag is Smeltzer, and they retire Peterson there at first base for out number 1. Green advances to third.
Yeah, good job getting that bunt down. A hard charge there by Everett. She almost caught that out of the air.
And Ella Hogue, the pitcher, has a chance to try to get them on the board. Hogue, the left-handed bat. Hogue is 19 of 72 on this season. The pitcher for the Orioles delivers the pitch outside, and that misses away. Echo Cedar does. The count is 1-0. And you understand Springville playing for a run still here yet early.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to chip away. You're not going to get all 5 back at once, and especially if you can get a run at the bottom of your lineup here, just chip away and maybe by the time you get to the 7th inning, you got this tied up again.
1-0 the count, 1-0 pitch. It's a high pop-up. This is in foul territory. Smeltzer, the second baseman, catches it on the line. They'll tag the runner. Here's the throw to the plate, and they've got her dead to right. The ball pops out of the glove of the catcher, Hofer, and safe at the plate is going to be Green. A great play by Smeltzer at second base, who threw a strike to the plate. They put the tag on there in plenty of time. As a matter of fact, the runner, Green, never really got a chance to slide, but because of the contact, it knocked the ball out of the hands there of the catcher, Hofer.
Yeah, just ball beat her by 3-4 steps, I think. Great play by Schmelzer. Just not able to hang on when we had contact there.
The only question you'd have for Edco is, did she try to avoid contact? And it looks like she was trying to run around Hofer, so she was trying to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think so. It's not like she lowered the shoulder and tried to run her over or anything. She just, the ball had beat her there by so much, and she just ran through the glove and ball popped out.
And a great play by Smeltzer at second base to get that ball in shallow right field in foul territory. So they look to bring up the slap hitter Merritt, who follows the first pitch out of play. Count is 0-1. But it's 2 outs now, but Springville has scored a run here in the third.
Yeah, and great job. Talking about Schmelzer as well. She knew right away to fire that thing to home as well. So.
And you understand, going back to Springville here, taking a chance. Not many opportunities to score, so you understand them taking a chance.
Absolutely. Yeah, tag and send her. You think second baseman catching that ball going away, maybe you get a little bit of a jump, but again, credit to Schmelzer. She fired that home right away.
And the 1-1 pitch, it's upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. So Springville needing a pick-me-up, and it was Green starting this out with a double, and Hogue is actually credited with an RBI on that.
Yeah, sacrifice fly, although not very deep.
Yeah, to the edge of the infield, but it was caught in the outfield. 1-1 pitch, taking it high again is Merritt. And the count is 2-1, actually now 3-1. So first time that Eccleseder again has worked through some trouble in this ball game.
Yeah, this is not that it's been a bad inning, but it's been her worst so far.
3-1 pitch, bluffing to bunt is Merritt. She'll pull things back. She will walk. The first walk issued by Eccleseder. 2-out base runner for Springville, and Tatum Trail is up to bat. Trail, a strikeout victim her last at-bat. Merritt, if you're talking about her running again, 39 of 42 on the season. She has 39 of the 102 stolen bases for Springville this season.
Yeah, so we could see her going here.
And another left-handed bat up in Trail, who swings, pops it up over the backstop area, and we'll do it again with a count 0-1. So swinging at the first pitch was Trail. Did not get a good look at Merritt there.
Yeah, I don't know. She was kind of going, but maybe it was because of the contact as well. It's tough to tell if she was stealing or not there.
Has a left-handed hitter up. That may give her a little bit of an advantage as well. Springville has, 3 left-handed bats in their lineup?
I believe so, yeah.
So
the top 2 for sure.
Yeah, Hogue, of course, left-handed bat for them as well. So 0-1 is the count. 0-1 offering, swinging through the upstairs pitch is going to be Trail, and the count goes to 0-2. Hofer immediately takes a step across home plate. Make sure she looks on her back. Merritt is the type of player that can certainly delay steal on you.
Yeah, and that's kind of what she was looking to do there, maybe.
So with 2 outs, the count is 0-2. Eccleseder trying to limit things here. And the 0-2 offering, Trail hits a high fly ball. This is to left field. It is again Ava Hofer going near the line, drifts over into foul territory, makes the play halfway down the left field line for the third out of the inning. But Springville's on the board. 1 run, 1 hit. They leave 1. We've played 2.5. 5-1. Edco in the lead.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams and enjoy the weather and get your kids' summer checkups with Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Chase Bruner, and Dr. Daphne Hoffler. Family Dentistry Associates of Monona. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Our highly skilled mechanics provide quality workmanship and will get you back on the road in a timely manner. Check out our current tire rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping into Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions.
Now in the bottom of the third inning, an update. Starmont and Wapsie Valley tied at 2 at the end of the bottom, actually now in the bottom of the third inning. So Starmont, Wapsie Valley, a team that is ranked 3rd in Class 1A. Edco is ranked 8th. Everybody's been talking about Wapsie and Edco on a collision course, to the regional final. There's a lot of teams that have a lot to say into that. And Hensley Barker is up to bat now for Edco. Barker, a strikeout victim, or correction, that's actually for Springville.
Yep, Addie Schmelzer.
Yep, for Edco, it is Addie Smeltzer, who was safe on the fielder's choice and scored a run. So we got the score sheet switched, and Smeltzer fouls this 1-0 pitch off, and the count goes to a ball and a strike.
Yeah, you talk about that Starmont game. That's why they play the game, especially high school athletes. Anything can happen on any night.
Well, we taught North Fayette Valley baseball team showing us that example. They go to Grundy Center on Saturday nights. And again, the offering now, a ball and a strike to Smeltzer. Changeup that falls short of the plate and inside. And it's 2 balls and a strike.
And that's why if you're Edco, you've got to stay on high alert this whole entire game. Nothing's given to
North
you.
Fayette Valley baseball team has won 7 games all season, 6 in a row, playing well at the right time of year.
Yeah, they're gelling.
Here's a ball that's slicing down the right field line, giving chase as Peterson, and she dives for it. Great job trying to get to it, but it's out of her reach. Rolls by her. Great effort, but it's a strike, a long strike, and the count 2-2.
Yeah, good effort there by the right fielder. Peterson just not quite able to get it.
Smeltzer, Lauren Kirby, Kara Knipper do up here in the bottom of the 3rd inning as Springville picking up a run, and that's, I think, huge for them early in this game.
Yeah, maybe give them a little confidence and see what they can do.
High pop up in the infield. Second baseman giving chase is Tridal. It'll fall right in behind her and in front of Merritt coming in from center field, crashing in. Bloop hit into shallow right center field. Smeltzer a leadoff single. It's the 6th base hit of the ball game for the Vikings. Leadoff runner on here in the 3rd.
Yeah, not especially a hard hit, but just good placement there right over top second base.
Lauren Kirby up to bat. Kirby singled in the 1st inning, credited with an RBI. So Edco, for the 3rd inning in a row, has put the leadoff batter on. Rise ball stays away from Kirby. The count is 1-0. So they have taken advantage of situations in this ball game. If you're talking about Addie Smeltzer running again, there is that possibility, of course, as Smeltzer this year has 7 stolen bases. Swinging through the rise ball there is Kirby, and the count goes to a ball and a strike.
Kirby takes a good cut at it up there.
Bottom of the lineup, 7 spot in the lineup up here. Kirby stepping out of the box. Coach Huber talking to her a little bit. I believe we've got signs that are being exchanged. And here is now the 1-1 pitch. And it's a bouncing ball past the glove of the 3rd baseman Barker. Backhanded by Hoyt at short. Long throw across the diamond. It is not in time. Great effort by Hoyt towards that 5.5 hole to get the ball. Made a strong throw to first base. But Kirby with her speed able to leg it out for an infield single.
Yeah, that's just a really long throw. Nice job by Hoyt there to get that glove. But she made that had to be a really, really long throw.
And again, Kirby able to race through the bag easily. So now, time taken here by Coach Huber, and I believe we may have a pinch runner coming in for Kirby, perhaps?
Looks like it.
And this would be a pinch runner. Kara Knipper, the right fielder, is up to bat, and Knipper popped out to second her last at-bat. So we'll let you know who that is coming into the ball game for the Vikings. And I believe it is number 20?
That's what it looks like.
Faith Kirby, number 20. It's Faith Kirby in for Lauren Kirby.
Kirby for Kirby.
Yep. Always a couple of Kirbys over here the last few years. So the first offering to Knipper. Knipper takes it inside. The count is 1-0. Second and first. Nobody out. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Vikings, after scoring 4 in the first, 1 in the second. Springville scored a run in the 3rd, and the Vikings trying to answer here with the bottom of the lineup. And here's a high pop-up. Catcher turns there. That's Green. Green goes to the backstop, just out of her reach as she ends up into the backstop. Turned, tried to find it there. Great effort, but it falls harmlessly foul, and it's a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, just a tough play from the catcher there. Didn't find it right away, and then by the time she did, it was really close to the fence as well, just not able to grab it.
And Green, a good effort, but out of her reach. So the sign laid, and of course the Vikings wear those wristbands on their forearms. Squaring the bunt, they lay down the bunt. Charging in from 3rd is Barker. She'll let it go foul. Good decision there by the youngster as they were looking to bunt. Knipper that time almost, I would say, more of looking to bunt for a hit there.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it, trying to catch him off guard there. And like you said, good job by Barker, 8th grader. Very heady play there, high IQ play to let that thing roll foul.
Again, she's in at 3rd base, but realized where that ball was headed. So it's a ball and 2 strikes. With nobody out, Hogue in a bit of trouble here for the 3rd inning in a row. And the 1-2 changeup, taking it just high, is Knipper. And a nice pitch there delivered by Hogue, who just missed getting that call.
Yeah, that absolutely froze Knipper. So if that was a strike, she was done. So because she wasn't going to pull the trigger.
Just a little bit high. So it's evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 offering, change up again. She checks her swing. Barker dives for it, but in foul territory in front of the bag. Missed it. Good effort. Just out of her reach. We'll do it again, 2-2.
Yeah, a couple times with Barker's been just off the tip of her glove, but she's making some great effort plays over there.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count. And again, nobody out. Hogue rocks the 2-2 pitch, fouled over the backstop area. Evened up, again, still at 2-2. This is the second time through the lineup here for the Vikings. And the top of the lineup looks like they'll get a chance to bat. Dugan has been up the first 2 innings, and it's always a good sign when your leadoff hitter gets up 3 times in the first 3 innings. 2-2 changeup, bouncing ball back to Hogue. She'll go to first base. She'll take the sure out there. Everybody moves up 60 feet. So even though Knipper didn't get the bunt down, in effect does her job. Bounces back to the mound, Smeltzer to third, Kirby to second base, and runners on second and third now with 1 out.
Yeah, and you'll wonder if she went to first there just because of what happened the previous inning. She might just have in her mind that I'm always going to first base if it comes to me now.
And took the sure out in that situation. Ava Hofer is up to bat, lined out to first, lines this ball past the glove of the first baseman Martin. Right-handed glove, maybe she's got a chance, but she had to reach across her body as that ball was slicing foul. It's a strike. The count is 0-1. Second and third. Smelter at third. It's Faith Kirby, by the way, at second base. So 2 in scoring position in this situation. Here's a pitch that is outside, misses away. It's a ball and a strike. Edco looking to add on to a 4-run lead. We'll try to get you an MFL Marmac update here in just a bit. Meanwhile, the pitch, and it's a changeup, taking it inside for a called strike there is Hofer. We've seen the changeup more from Kirby this inning than we have previous.
She's got a nice changeup, really kind of freezing the Edco batters with that.
It's a ball and 2 strikes. Gets ahead on the count. And the 1-2 offering, and it's a ball that is lined into center field. That's a base hit. Hit the edge of the grass. It is fielded immediately by Merritt. Quickly gets it into the infield. That will hold the runner at third base in Kirby, but it's a base hit for Hover and an RBI. It is now 6-1, Edco in the lead.
Yeah, again, not especially hard hit, but again, finding those gaps, finding that open area, and driving in the run.
And now you get back to the top of the lineup in this situation. Faith Dugan is 1 for 2, doubled in the first inning to start things out. Safe on an air. She has scored twice in this game. The Viking leadoff hitter up for the 3rd inning in a row. And runners on the corners, and Hofer, I'm sure, a threat to go. They bluff to bunt, take the pitch inside. They'll throw it down to second base, and she's dead to right. They went after the runner. Holding at third is going to be Faith Kirby. Hofer tried to steal, and Hofer this season, as far as stolen base-wise, actually 1 for 1. It's only the 3rd time a Viking base runner has been thrown out, and Green going after the runner for out number 2.
Yeah, she threw a strong throw there. Easily gets the runner.
Dugan hits a high fly ball to center field. Coming in is Merritt, able to camp underneath it, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So, again, the makings of a big inning, but Springville able to work through it. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 left on base for the Vikings. They now lead 6-1 going to the 4th.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. 3, 4, and 5 for Springville here in the top of the 4th inning. Hensley Barker, Reese Treidel, and J.C. Martin. First pitch there, we've got a foul ball. The count is 0-1. Barker, a strikeout victim. For Springville, 1 run, 1 hit. They have committed 2 errors defensively. For Edco, they have a total of 6 runs. They have 8 hits in this ball game. They have not committed an error. Swinging through the outside pitch is Barker, and the count is 0-2.
Boy, I really like Barker's swing. She's just got to get just a little bit quicker on that Eggleseder fastball, but she swings hard.
0-2, the 8th grader for Springville. A lot of confidence. You've got her in the 3 spot in the lineup. She's Certainly been worthy of that. 0-2 pitch, change up on the outside, misses away, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. A little something off there, not a direct change up there from Eckelceder. So it remains now a ball and 2 strikes. Of course, the new rule in softball this year, 8-run rule after 5, and you have a 10-run rule after 3. Meanwhile, the 1-2 pitch, rise ball swinging through it is Barker. It is strikeout number 4, recorded by Eckelceder. Out number 1 here in the 4th.
Yeah, I think as Barker gets some experience, she'll learn to lay off those high rise balls as well.
So that brings up Reese Treidel, the second baseman. Treidel was a strikeout victim her last at-bat. Hits a high bouncing ball. Third baseman gets it on the hop there in Everett. Throw across the diamond. Able to stand up there is Kirby. Treidel, 1 pitch, bounces out to third, and 2 quick outs here in the 4th.
Yeah, Everett got that nice high hop. Fired it to first. Easy play there.
And that brings up now here J.C. Martin, the first baseman. Martin popped out to second her last at-bat. And the pitch to the left-handed hitting Martin. So this is actually their 4th left-handed bat in the lineup. It's a high pop-up, center field. It's going to drift out there. Underneath it is Hahn. Calls for it, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. What do we have, 4 pitches that inning?
5.
No runs, no hits, nobody left for Springville. It is 6-1 our score. It is once again Edco in the lead.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner, supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 6-1 our score. Edco in the lead. They'll bring up 2, 3, and 4. Katie Hahn, Rachel Eckelceder, and McKenna Hofer to lead things off. Hahn is 1 for 2 in this ballgame, safe on an error, scored a run, also singled in the 2nd inning. So she is 1 for 2 in this ballgame. And the first pitch from Hogue, it misses outside. The count is 1-0. Ella Hogue in her 4th inning of work. The last 2 innings, working out of trouble a couple of times.
Yeah, the possibility has been there for a big inning for Edco, but it just hasn't happened.
Hahn, the pitch outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Green's throw back to the mound scoots by Hogue. They quickly, the shortstop backing things up in Hoyt, got it right back to her. 2-0 is now the count. 2-0 offering, bouncing ball, third baseman Barker, nice hop to handle, second hop, fields it, strike across the diamond to Martin, and it's 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Hahn bounces out to third.
Yeah, nice sharply hit, but good play by Barker and good strike over to first.
Brings up Rachel Eckelceder, the pitcher. Eckelceder is 2 for 2. Singled in the first, doubled in the first. She singled in a run in both of those innings. Vasky, as the courtesy runner, scored for her. Meanwhile, she lines that ball. One hopper goes off the leg of the second baseman Treidel, bounces over to the shortstop position in Hoyt, and it's a infield single on a tough hop to Treidel there at second base.
Yeah, that was, again, hard hit. It was, Treidel was there, but that thing was hit really, really hard, kind of on the short hop as well.
And she did a great job just trying to get the glove over there to make the play on a liner that just one-hopped her.
Yep, sacrificing her body a little bit.
So McKenna Hofer now up to bat. Hofer 0 for 2, bounced out to short, popped out to third base. Vasky replaces Eckelceder as the courtesy runner at first base. 1 out, pitch to Hofer, it's inside, the count is 1-0. We'll see how aggressive the Vikings are on the base paths after having a runner thrown out last inning.
We'll see. This is one of their speedsters, so that may change things.
And the pitch inside. She's off and running. Here's the throw down to second from Green to the shortstop covering the bag. Hoyt. It bounces by her. The throw a little bit in front of the bag, and a good jump there by Vasky. Steals second base and goes into scoring position.
Yeah, and again, shows you what speed can do. Those top 3 runners are just have so much speed for the Vikings.
And Vasky, it's just, when you look at her stats, it's hilarious. 1 at bat, but 36 of 38 scoring-wise.
Yeah.
Ball fouled up against the backstop by Hofer. Hofer took that pitch they were running on for a strike. This pitch is fouled back, and the count is 1-2 now.
Yeah, so one at bat, but tons of stolen bases and tons of runs scored.
Stats look pretty good when you look at the runs scored and the stolen bases. Pitch to Hofer, 1-2, bouncing ball, backhanded by Barker, drops it, picks it up, throw across the diamond, and it's not in time, but that throw across the diamond, heading over to third base, will be Vasky, read it well. That'll be an error charged on the play, as Barker tried to reach over to her right, just couldn't come up with it cleanly. Runners on the corners for Edco with one out.
Yeah, hard hit ball, but again, didn't come out with it cleanly. Probably should eat it at that point and hold the runner at second.
We will have a runner coming in for Chloe Everett now here, another courtesy runner. Earlier, we had Faith Kirby coming in to run for Lauren Kirby. Lauren Kirby, of course, re-entering the ball game. So we'll try to get a look at this number as the shade has now made its way across second base in the infield. The pitcher in that side of the infield, the shortstop, third baseman, still, they are in the sun. And Chloe Everett, 0 for 2, and the offering in the dirt, scoots by the catcher, and scoring from third, and sliding in safe head first is Vasky. Going over to second base is Hofer. Correction there, the pinch runner goes to second base, and that, by the way, is number 21, Josie Deers. So Deers moves into scoring position. She was off and running on a wild pitch. It's now 7-1, Edco in the lead.
Yeah, and great speed by Vasky, because that ball didn't get too far away from the catcher, but she was off like a shot from third.
She went sliding in head first to the plate, and Green did the right thing. Wasn't that far away from the plate and just tried to race back to the plate. But just a little too late.
Yeah, again, that speed is something else.
Everett's 1-0 count, outside and away. The count goes to 2-0, so the Vikings have scored every inning. The throw, by the way, gets by the pitcher in Hogue, and backing it up there, the second baseman, Treidel, and the runner stayed at second base. Maybe if she's at third, you'd probably send her. But Deere stayed at second base. So the 2-0 pitch outside and away, and the count now goes to 3-0. Vikings have scored every inning. 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 so far here in the fourth. And the count is 3-0 to Everett. 3-0 pitch, takes it outside. It's a called strike, caught the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike right now.
Yeah, I think taken all the way on that one.
So 3 balls and a strike, and Everett is the number 5, yes, she is the number 5 hitter. 3-1 pitch, it's outside, it is ball number 4. So Everett walks, reaching base for the first time in this ball game. That is the first walk issued by Hogue. Runners on second and first with 1 out. And Addie Smelter is up to bat. Smelter is 1 for 2, safe on a fielder's choice and scored, a single and scored, and we will have a pinch runner coming in here for Everett. Again, this is not a courtesy runner, this is a pinch runner. So the Vikings keep the speed on the base paths.
Yeah, they're making sure they get all their runners in, which is great experience for these young 8th grade runners as well.
And again, Addie Smelter getting back in. We'll try to locate who that is for the runner this time for Edco. And Hogue in trouble once again here after giving up a run so far with 1 out. Change up inside, count goes to 1-0. It is number 9 in the ball game, Jenna Hammond. Jenna Hammond is in as the pinch runner in this situation. So Coach Hammond's daughter.
Yeah, good to see some of that. Again, these young girls getting some playing time.
Here tonight playing the role of dad, and the offering to Smelter inside, the count goes to 2-0. So Hogue starting to kind of labor on the mound a little bit.
And they had a really nice competitive baseball game, had a chance to win that one, so good job by Coach Hammond and the Edco boys.
Yeah, lost that ball game in 11 innings, 2-1. 2-0 pitch, taking all the way is Smelter. That's a strike on the outside. It goes to 2 balls and a strike.
To a pretty good Southwind team.
A Southwind team that's going to play Keyhigh on Saturday night now. Southwind surviving their first 2 tournament games by scores of 2-1 and having to come from behind to beat Nashua Plainfield 9-8.
Yeah, on the bottom of the 7th.
2-1 pitch, bouncing ball off the glove of the shortstop Treidel, ranging to the hole. They're unable to make the play. Deers waved around from third. She'll score standing up. Smelter, you give her credit for a base hit on that and an RBI, and it is now 8-1, Edco in the lead.
Yeah, again, just right in that hole between third and short. Both players actually got their glove on it, but both were kind of diving, reaching out to be able to do that.
Lauren Kirby now up to bat with runners on second and first. Lauren Kirby is 2 for 2, has 2 singles and drove in a run. Now you see Merritt moving back to more of her natural shortstop position. They're a little deeper for Everett. So still runners on second and first. And the offering inside catches the inside corner. The count is 0-1. You're talking about run rules here. Edco would have to put up in this inning another 4 runs another 3 runs to have the 10-run rule come into effect. Rise ball upstairs, count as a ball and a strike. But they are close, leading right now by a score of 7-1 to the 8-run rule perhaps coming into play. 8-1. It's a 7-run lead right now.
Yep.
8 minus 1 is 7. Here's the ball popped up, though. An opportunity for the catcher, Green. Goes to the backstop, but runs out of room there. Actually, ball goes off the glove as she goes into the fence. Tried to turn the glove to catch it just out of her reach. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think she's got to kind of basket catch down a little bit more. She's got the glove above her head. That's a really tough ask to do that when it's that close to the fence.
And you're looking over your head trying to catch that ball going back.
Tough angle. And
a ball and 2 strikes. Lauren Kirby, by the way, staying in. She was replaced as a pinch runner. Somebody replaced her earlier, not the case now. This ball lined down the first base line. Good job by Coach Eckelceder as he hopped out of the way of that one. Still showing some moves at his age.
Yeah, got a little agility over there yet.
A ball and 2 strikes is now the count. So it stays a ball and 2 strikes. Inning started with Hahn bouncing out to third. Eckelceder singled. Vasky replaced her and has scored. McKenna Hofer safe on an error. Here's a bouncing ball. Second baseman, high hopper, fielding it there is Treidel. Her only play is to first base. They get the out there as Kirby is retired and for what is out number 2. So the Everett advances, Hamann advances to third, and Addie Smelter goes to second base.
Yep, the slow roller, so her only play was at first base. Gets the runners to second, third. Chance for Knipper to drive in some more.
Kara Knipper popped out to second and was safe on an error. Up to bat, takes the pitch inside for a ball. The count is 1-0. 2 runs in the inning, 3 hits, but Everett walked. Addie Smelter had a base hit, and now Kirby bounces out to second base for out number 2. And the offering inside to, once again, Knipper, the 8th spot in the lineup, and it goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Edco without an RBI this inning, correct? Smelter credit? Yeah, because the run scored on an error and the run scored on a wild pitch, right?
Yes, that's correct. So yep.
All right. 3-0 is now the count, by the way, to Knipper with 2 outs. Hogue issuing a walk, her first walk earlier this inning. And trying to come back. 3-0 pitch. It's away. It is high. It is ball number 4. So the bases are now loaded for Edco, leading 8-1. Ava Hofer, the number 9 hitter, is up to bat. And you may see another runner coming in here for the Vikings. So they're going into their lineup a little deep tonight. But you mentioned this earlier. This is a great opportunity for these kids.
Yeah, get all these young girls some experience. They bring back their whole team. I don't think they have a senior on the team.
No.
So, but in a couple of years, these 8th grade girls are going to have to step in this lineup. So every chance they get to play is big for experience.
Ava Hofer, 1 for 2, takes the first pitch inside. The count is 1-0. It is number 3 into the ball game as the pinch runner Avery Brown, and again a freshman, Avery Brown is the courtesy runner there at first base. So Hammond's at third, Smelter at second, Brown is at first. Here's a bouncing ball, backhanded by the shortstop Hoyt. Long throw to first. Nice scoop there by Martin, and that does it for the Vikings. They leave the bases loaded, but they pick up 2 runs in the inning. They do it on a total of 2 hits. They leave 3. We now go to the top of the 5th inning. It is 8-1. Once again, Edco in the lead.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Furniture Showcase in Allwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments, Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Top of the 5th inning, 8-1. Edco in the lead. Abby Hoyt, Kaylee Green, and Addison Peterson to lead things off in the Springville lineup towards the bottom of the lineup. And the offering, it is a high fly ball. This is to deep left field. This ball's tagged, but giving chase is Hofer. Foul territory. It's out of her reach as that ball just ends up outside of the fence area. Not too far away from the 209 sign there. She just turned too soon on it.
Yeah, just a little bit under it. And Hofer not quite able to make that play. The ball actually did land outside of the fence, but could have maybe reached over the fence.
Wapsie Valley now leads Starmont 4-2 at the end of 4 innings. And Cascade has defeated MFL Marmac tonight 8-0 in 5. Meanwhile, the 1-0-1 pitch to Hoyt, it is low and away, and it's a ball and a strike. So MFL Marmac, they hung on against Postville the other night to advance, and they bow out with Cascade, the higher-seeded team there at Cascade tonight. Ball and a strike to Hoyt. 1-1 pitch, follows it up against the backstop. It's a ball and 2 strikes. So far, Echo Cedar, 4 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. That was an earned run, by the way. Walking 1 and striking out 4 so far. Struck out 2 in the first inning. Looked like she was just going to cruise tonight. But Springville had a good approach at the plate. And the 1-2 pitch, pop-up, that's into right field, giving chase, and on the run is going to be Knipper. Knipper makes the play on the run, coming towards the infield. Got a great jump on the ball. Hoyt lines out to right field for out number 1.
Yeah, great play by Knipper there. Like you said, read it well early, tailed right to her, and never wavered, and came in, made the play.
Kaylee Green, the catcher, is up to bat. Green has the lone hit for Springville. She doubled to lead the 3rd inning, lead things off, and later scored on a sacrifice fly. So Green up to bat with 1 out, leadoff hitter retired. She has done that, Echo Cedar has, in 4 of the 5 innings. As a matter of fact, Green was the one who led off the 3rd inning as the only hit leading off the inning. Pitch low outside, and the count is 1-0. Our softball tournament coverage continues tomorrow night on KCTN. We'll head down a little further along Highway 3 and head over to Manchester, North Fayette Valley in West Delaware. The on-deck show at 6:30. There's a change-up. Misses inside, and the count goes to 2-0. Game time at 7 o'clock. As North Fayette Valley, with a 16-16 record, they know they face a challenge tomorrow night with West Delaware.
Yeah, West Delaware's got a good team, but North Fayette Valley's got some bats, so you never know.
Yep, they can certainly hit the ball as well as anybody. Bouncing ball, third baseman, charging it is Everett, fields it, good strong throw across the diamond, and Kirby with the stretch there. Green retired easily for out number 2.
Yeah, great strong throw by Kirby. Didn't field it real quickly, but she knows she's got a strong arm and can just gun that thing over there.
And again, Kirby playing in at third base, a good step and a half, close to 2 steps in, as most softball teams do play that third baseman in. And Addison Peterson, who ironically bounced out to third, her last at-bat is up, takes the pitch inside for a strike. The count is 0-1. But since that first inning, Springville has done a better job putting the ball into play.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, Eagle Cedar not as many strikeouts as she's used to getting.
0-1 pitch, rise ball. This is a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory is Lauren Kirby. She's in the first base coach's box. Calls for it, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. So Springville goes down in order. That is now 6 in a row retired by Eagle Cedar. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 8-1. It is once again the Vikings here in the lead.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned. And Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Edco leads 8-1, bottom of the 5th inning. Top of the lineup, Faith Dugan, Caitlin Hahn, Rachel Eccleseder. If you are the Vikings here, you will play for a run because you'd be out of here if that's the case.
Yeah, 1 run should end it for the Vikings. They'd have that 8-run rule.
If you are Springville, your goal is to continue to push this game along. So, again, the good news is if you're Edco, you get out of this here. Saves pitches on Eccleseder. You play on a Friday night. So
yeah, fairly quick turnaround.
So Dugan is 1 for 3, but been on base twice. Doubled and scored, safe on an error and scored a run, and flew out to center field. Leadoff hitter, bottom of the inning number 8, hits a high fly ball to right field, taking a step in, then immediately retreating is Peterson. Good job by Addison Peterson in right field, makes the play as Dugan flies out to right for out number 1.
Yeah, hard hit ball, but right at Peterson.
So Caitlin Hahn is up to bat. Katie this night is 1 for 3, safe on an error in the first, singled in the second, and bounced out to third. She scored a run back in the first inning, looks to square to bunt, always a threat to do that, takes it high and away. The count is 1-0. Rachel Eccleseder waiting on deck. Vikings have scored every inning of this game. And Hahn, look in, fakes the bunt, pulls things back, gets inside. The count is 2-0. And even though you're up 8-1 here, Hahn is going to make you work.
Oh, yeah.
2-0 offering, and she lines that ball into left field, but that will hook and foul on the hillside there down the left field line. 2 balls and a strike. Getting back to Edco wanting to score for Springville. Let's try to push this on, huh?
Yeah, they've got to make sure that doesn't happen. Try 2 more innings. I know they haven't scored a lot of runs to this point, but you never know what can happen.
On bouncing ball right back up the box into center field. Scoots by the center fielder Merritt, but only a step away. It'll go as a base hit for Hahn. 1-out single, and that is hit number 11 for the Vikings in this ball game. Brings up Rachel Eckelceder, who is 3 for 3 on this night.
Yeah, the outfield grass looks kind of thick and long, so the ball's not going to roll real far in the outfield here.
Eckelceder singled in a run in the first, doubled in a run in the second, singled in the 4th inning. She drove in 2. Vasquez scored 2 runs as her courtesy runner. Hahn off and running. Here's the throw to second. There's no chance. The shortstop, that is Hoyt, had to come to the second base side to get the errant throw, but Hahn had that stolen. Great jump. And she's into scoring position here with 1 out.
Yeah, just the speed is just too much.
And Dugan continues to, again, not be thrown out this year. Now, time taken here by Springville and their coaches is Coach Zaruba, I believe, out there right now. And first base is open. It's 8-1. You got to kind of play this like it's the bottom of the 7th in a tied ball game, right?
Yeah, that runner at second is the only one that matters. So I think you put Eckelceder on. You don't give her the chance to hit her in, and then you take your chances from there.
And after Eckelceder will be McKenna Hofer up to bat. Hofer's put the ball in play 3 times, was safe on an error, but she is 0 for 3 on this night.
Yeah, and I know, Vikings have bats behind Eckelceder, but she's the top one, and with first base open and that run not meaning anything, I think it's kind of a no-brainer to put her on.
Springville, by the way, brought in everybody. The outfielders came in, they're in the center circle, and they now break things away as our home plate umpire comes up there to move things along. So during that time, Hahn went over to talk to her coach, Huber, in the third base box, and also Eckelceder. They had a conversation with runners on third and first, and guess what? They did exactly what we would do.
Yep.
They walked Eckelceder.
Yep. And I think Coach Zaruba just reminding his fielders that, hey, that runner at second is the only one that matters right now.
And we will see another courtesy runner coming in for Eckelceder. Yeah, I think that's a no-brain decision.
Yep.
And I just don't think you take the chance here. You're trying to prolong this ball game. And McKenna Hofer is up to bat. Hofer is, as we mentioned, 0 for 3, bounced out to short, popped out to third, safe on an error. Now, Deers came in to pinch run. Vasquez, making her 4th appearance on the base paths, has scored 2 runs as a pinch runner. And they send runners from second to third. It's a double steal. The throw gets by the third baseman, Barker. It's going to go into left field. Hahn pops up, races to the plate, slides in safe, and the game is over. Vikings were playing for a run, staying aggressive, and Hahn and also the runner Vasquez, second and third steal. The errant throw leads to the game-closing run, and the Vikings move on to Friday nights. They win by a final score of 9-1.
Yeah, just shows what, again, we've talked about it all night, what speed can do. Hahn, one of the fastest players in the area, had third stolen easily, and once that ball scooted away, she had home easily, too.
And Barker was actually playing behind the bag with Hofer up, try to come up to the bag there, but the throw got by her. An error will be charged on the play, but Hahn scores from third, and that does it for the Vikings. 1 run in the inning, a hit, and they end up leaving 1 runner. But it is Edco. Moving on to Friday night, they improved to 32-7, winning by a final score of 9-1 in 5 innings. Springville closes the season 15-19. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews. Your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to Edco Softball from KCTN Sports. Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual has you covered. You'll receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Owners Brian Bugenhagen and Michael Beck, along with their staff, look forward to serving all your insurance needs. Call them today for a free competitive quote. Garms & Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
At Top Gun Customs, we know that cars are complicated. We can handle all the complex new features of any vehicle, foreign or domestic. Not only will it look like new, it'll perform like new. At Top Gun, we don't care if it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, big or small, we like them all. Top Gun also does fiberglass repairs, boats, motorcycles, guitars, detailing, paint corrections, headlight restoration. There's not much we don't do. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun for details and to schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people bottom line is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I'm available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Gothenburg and Elkader, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop Harvest Wisely, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Gothenburg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at gothenburghospital.org. Again, our final score, Edco wins 9-1 in 5 innings. We begin our postgame show. We're joined by Edco coach Taylor Huber. Coach, first off here, I haven't played for about a week, but a great start offensively, putting up 4 runs, taking charge early in this game.
Yeah, last year we had like a week and a half off, so we kind of worked a scrimmage in there. But this year with, the holiday weekend and different, we didn't get a scrimmage in. So I was a little nervous how we showed up, how we would show up without playing for a week. But we had some good practices Monday. We played it pretty game-like to kind of give us that feeling. But I was really impressed with how we hit, and our at-bats tonight were really good for not seeing a pitcher for a week.
And let's start at the top of the lineup. The first 6 times they were up, they all reached base. Yeah. Faith Dugan, Caitlin Hahn, Rachel Eckelceder, they continue to just shine for you.
Yeah, like I said in our pregame interview, those 2 at the top are so fast, so they just put the ball in play. Both the Kates were, her second one was probably a hit, but her first one was an error. She just put so much pressure on them with her speed. So, and then Rachel, of course, had 2 really good hits there to give us some runs early and get us some confidence.
The other thing is, I think the bottom of the lineup, we talk about that part with Lauren Kirby, Kara Knipper, Ava Hofer, all contributing.
Yeah, yep. It was good to see Ava get that RBI single there. I always tell them, just get us back to the top. Find a way to get us back to the top. If it's a walk, if it's a reached on air, whatever you got to do, get us back to our good speed at the top.
And we haven't even talked about Addie Smelter yet, a youngster that was 2 for 3 in this game, scored a couple of runs.
Yeah, that was great for her. She struggled a little bit at times this year, so it was really good to see her get some confidence and put the ball in play and come up in some big spots. I was super happy with that and proud of her for giving us some good at-bats there.
All right, also pitching-wise, let's talk about Rachel on the mound. Only gave up 1 hit in this ball game, 4 strikeouts and 5 innings of work. It certainly had to work on the mound tonight.
Yeah, she did a good job. That green girl that hit her is one of the 3 hits that she gave up the first time we played them. So that girl's got her number somehow. But no, she did a good job. They hit a couple balls hard, but we were positioned, the bottom of their order. We kind of positioned ourselves in, I think, a good spot to get those outs. And our defense was really sharp behind her. We didn't have any errors unless I'm missing one.
Nope.
Chloe Everett did a great job at third base. She got lots of balls. Faith on the left side got lots of balls. And then, Rachel, the zone got a little bit tighter as it went, so she got behind a little bit later in the game, but she found a way to battle through it, and, that's when they started putting it in play a little bit more.
All right, so you play Friday night. We know that you're at home. It's Lone Tree or Don Bosco. We are hoping to get an update from that ball game as well, but both those teams have winning records, so it's another challenge.
Yeah, we haven't seen either of them this year. Lone Tree doesn't have a lot of games, so it's kind of hard to judge. I think they have the same amount of losses as us, but about half the wins. So I don't know much about them. Don Bosco, I know a little bit. We'll just show up ready to play our game at this point. You play your game, and, that's the big thing in softball.
Don Bosco leads Lone Tree. We just got the score in 5-0 in the later stages of that game. So,
okay.
And Don Bosco, you saw a season ago.
Yes, yep. We played them twice last year, actually, in the regular season, and then we played them here in this same exact round last year. So we saw them a little bit at Jessup. We've got a little bit of a scout on them, but that doesn't surprise me because they're just a really athletic, well-coached team. So.
All right, Coach. We'll talk to you before Friday night's ball game. Good luck. A good win.
Yes, thank you.
You betcha. Edco victorious 9-1 in 5 innings. We'll take a break. Our post-game show continues. Still have game stats to get to. And we also, of course, will talk with Springville's head coach when our post-game show continues after this.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Lloyd Kelchin Grain in Edgewood, Farmer Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, Elgin, and Wadena, member FDIC, Clayton County Recycling of Monona, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, and by Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Welcome back to Colesburg. Again, our final score, 9-1. Edco victorious in 5 innings over Springville. We're joined by Springville head softball coach Bo Zaruba. Coach, first off, behind the 8 ball early in this ball game after the first inning, a tough start.
Yeah, we think we were a little bit nervous. I mean, it drives me crazy when coaches say they're young because every team in softball is young. I mean, it's kind of the unfortunate reality of it. But, I mean, we played a little nervous. Obviously, they're a very good team. They're a very good hitting team. We just, we made some mistakes. I thought Ella pitched really well. I think only 2 or 3 walks, which, she was struggling early in the year. She's kind of found it since. But we just didn't make plays when we needed to.
All right. The other thing is, though, after getting down 4-0, certainly I like the attitude. Your kids played much better after that.
Yeah, it's something we've talked about all season. We just want to play. As hard as we can for as long as we can, and what happens. Seems like we hit the ball hard, right to them, and they had 3 or 4 Texas leaguers. I mean, they hit the ball hard too, but that seems like that's kind of been our season. Some stuff that we make a mistake, and then a Texas leaguer, and then somebody drives one to the gap, and we give up 2 or 3 runs. So hopefully we can sort that stuff out this next off season into the next year, and hopefully we'll bounce back here.
To start you out there, Kaylee Green had a double, nice piece of hitting.
Yeah, she's come a long ways hitting wise. We were actually DPing for her early in the year because she was struggling, and she's got a nice swing. She just I think was struggling a little bit, ended up finding it, and she's a junior that we're excited to have back next year.
All right, Addison Peterson is your only senior, made a nice play in right field tonight. Tell me about Addison.
Well, we had 2. Abby Hoyt is also a senior. She was our shortstop, and then Addison's our right fielder. Coaches talk about, great kids. I can't say enough about both those kids. They're the first ones to practice. They're the first ones picking stuff up. I mean, these girls are in for a rude awakening next year as far as, who's going to get stuff set up and who's going to – I mean, they are unbelievable kids, unbelievable character kids. I mean, Abby's going to go be a doctor, and Addison wants to be an elementary teacher, and they're both going to be great at whatever they do.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the future. Hope to catch up with you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Again, our final score, Edco victorious 9-1 here in 5 innings. We'll take a break. Game stats coming up. Your post-game show continues after this.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard, and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet of Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Rivals Inc. Custom Gear, Screen Printing, Embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, Furniture Showcase in Oelwein, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture, and Window Treatments, Car Auto Group online at karautogroup.com, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Myers Auto Service in Monona, and by Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg. Edco victorious by a final score of 9-1 for the Vikings in this ball game. 9 runs. They do it on a total of 12 hits and no errors committed. For Springville, 1 run, 1 hit. They had 4 errors in this ball game. Let's go to the individual totals. Starting first off for Edco, winning pitcher Rachel Eckelceder. 5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, walking nobody, striking out 4. So Springville actually put the ball into play.
Yeah, that was one thing I was impressed with Springville. They didn't strike out much against one of the best strikeout pitchers in the state. So they put the ball in play. And then on the flip side of that, you can say a positive for Edco. They made the plays. They didn't commit an error in the game. So showing that they can play defense as well. They don't just completely rely on Rachel Eckelceder to get all those strikeouts.
Meanwhile, Hogue in this ball game goes 4 2/3 innings, 12 hits, 9 runs, walked 2, struck out 1. She takes the loss on the mound for Springville. Let's go through the individual totals. Let's start for the Vikings. Faith Dugan, 1 for 4, a double, scored 2 runs. Katie Hahn was 2 for 3, scored 2 runs. Rachel Eckelceder, 3 for 3, drove in 2 runs, and it was Vasky coming in as the courtesy runner there. Vasky actually scored 2 runs, Eva Vasky as the courtesy runner. Meanwhile, McKenna Hofer in this ball game was 0 for 3. She was replaced by a pinch runner in Josie Deers, who scored a run. Chloe Everett was 0 for 2. Addie Smelter, 2 for 3, scored 2 runs. Lauren Kirby in this ball game was 2 for 3, drove in a run. Ava Knipper 0 for 2 with a walk, and Ava Hofer was 1 for 3 with a base hit there and an RBI for the Vikings. 9 runs on 12 hits, and again, it was pretty much up and down the lineup tonight. If you look at their lineup, all 9 of the girls reached base at least once tonight.
Yeah, I think the top 3 are kind of the heart and soul of the lineup, but the rest of the lineup can help out and chip in and do their job too, and we saw that tonight.
For Springville rather. Addison Merritt was 0 for 1. Tayton Trail 0 for 2. Hensley Barker 0 for 2. Reese Triddle 0 for 2. Abby Hoyt was 0 for 2. Kaylee Green was 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. She had the lone Oriole hit. Addison Peterson was 0 for 2. And Ella Hogue credited with a sacrifice fly and an RBI to bring in their run. So 9-1, again, our final score. With the new rule, the 8-inning rule in 5 innings goes into effect. So Edco victorious. Wapsie Valley leading Starmont late in that ball game, 5-2. We're just kind of following how Starmont's doing, but also keeping an eye on Wapsie Valley. They could maybe see them down the tournament trail. And Don Bosco on their way, it looks like, to beating Lone Tree 5-0, which means it will be Don Bosco likely and Edco coming up on Wednesday night. Let's kind of peek ahead to that matchup.
Yeah, and that'd be a rematch from last year. I think Edco handled them maybe 9-2 or something close to that score. But I think Don Bosco brings just about everyone back from their team last year, so they're probably improved from last year, but that should be a fun game, a rematch.
So that sets us up for now the next 3 days. Tomorrow night we'll be in Manchester, just down the road. It is North Fayette Valley and West Delaware at 7 o'clock. Then Friday night back here in Colesburg as Edco takes on, again, likely Don Bosco. And then Saturday night we'll be in Dyersville as MFL Marmac takes on Beckman in that ball game on Saturday night. Man, we're going to be going through Colesburg quite a bit here in by Edgewood the next few days.
Yeah, wonder if they have any Airbnbs here. We should just rent one, maybe.
Not a bad idea. So again, our final score, Edco defeating Springville 9-1 in our district softball matchup tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night, Coach.
Sounds good.
Once again, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Mike Sass. Also thanks to Ty Keenan for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click in the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
Contact Julie Depke, agent, at 205 South Main Street in Elkader or call 563-245-2366.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Edco Tournament Softball is brought to you in part by Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood and Delhi, Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Northeast Iowa Subdrains in Strawberry Point, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, and by Bacon Concrete in Postville.